Namaste student, I am your Vijayalakshmi teacher here. Welcome to our social science class, and today we are learning yet another interesting topic. What is it? We are doing block 1, family relationships. So here we have learnt family values, a wedding in a family, the birth of a child, and today we are going to learn about caring for others. So far we learned what are the values or good ideas that we learn from our family: respect, loving and caring each other. Okay, and wedding in a family, what are the main things that we see, the different things that we enjoy in a wedding, how a celebration brings all the relatives and friends together. So today we will be learning about caring for others. Open your content book and follow the lesson. Right? Run your finger where I am reading. Reading practice is a must, and you are supposed to read the lesson twice and underline new words better. Here, caring for others. So, as we are learning all about Yamini in every lesson, today we are going to learn about Yamini's maternal grandmother. Okay, maternal means the relatives who are from the mother's side, maternal. Okay, Yamini is at her maternal grandmother's house for her summer holidays. She finds it hard to walk and to hear. Yamini's uncle reads the newspaper aloud to her every morning. Yamini's aunt makes sure that the food is soft enough for her to eat. Second paragraph. Yamini's cousin massages her arms and legs when she goes to bed. There is some work that her grandmother likes to do by herself. She likes to chop vegetables every morning. One day, Yamini fell ill. She had high fever. Her aunt called the doctor. Yamini's aunt and uncle took care of Yamini while she was in bed. They gave her the medicines on time and read stories to her every night. Fourth paragraph. Yamini's favorite person in her grandmother's house is her uncle, Mudit. Okay, Mudit. He carries a white stick when he goes out of the house. Mudit uncle is blind. He likes to do his work on his own and doesn't like it much when someone tries to help him. He asks for help when he needs to cross the road. Now this last paragraph which is under this picture, okay, you can see a man holding a white stick there. Like Mudit uncle, there may be someone in the family who is unable to walk, speak or hear. They are disabled. We must be kind and caring towards them. Now let us discuss. Okay, because it is summer holidays, Yamini went to her grandmother's house, and to now we'll come to know about Yamini's grandmother. See, as she is very old, she can't walk properly and she can't hear properly. So that is the reason Yamini's uncle, he will read the newspaper every day aloud. Okay, every morning he reads so that his mother understands what's happening around. Yamini's aunt makes sure that the food is soft enough for her to eat. So even Yamini's aunt also, she sees while she is cooking, she'll cook very soft food for Yamini's grandmother so that she can chew and swallow properly. Right? So this is how Yamini's uncle and aunt are taking care of Yamini's grandmother. Uncle reads the newspaper for her aloud and aunt makes the food very soft for her to eat. Now we come to Yamini's cousin. Yamini's cousin massages her arms and legs when she goes to bed. Okay, while grandmother is going to bed in the night, Yamini's cousin will massage arms and legs so that grandmother feels very comfortable and relaxed. Okay, so that is the reason Yamini's cousin massages her legs and arms. But even our grandmother also, she wants to do some household work every day. She wants to be active and alert. So she chops the vegetables every morning. We too do that now in our house also. Chopping the vegetables is done so that we can make nice vegetable curries. So here, Yamini's maternal grandmother also wants to work and contribute to the household work, and she likes to chop the vegetables every morning. So what happened? Our little girl Yamini, okay, one day Yamini fell ill. Oh my God, she had high fever. So when someone is sick and has high fever, then they measure the temperature. They'll find out how much is the body temperature. They'll take them to doctor, give medicines. That is what happens, right? Now let us see what happens with Yamini as she has high temperature, high fever. So now her aunt called the doctor. Okay, Yamini's aunt called the doctor. Yamini's aunt and uncle took care of Yamini while she was in bed. This is what happens now when you are sick. When someone is sick, they should take rest and they should be in the bed at least for 3 4 days or 1 week, depends upon the type of fever or sickness. So, how does it feel, children, when we are sick and we are in the bed? Do we feel very happy or sad? Yes, you are right. We feel sad and lonely because all other family members will be busy with their work, hustle and bustle and walking, and we can't move much and we are feeling weak and sick and lonely. So that is the reason family members come to our help. They sit with us and they talk to us so that we don't feel lonely. They'll find out what kind of food would we like, and they'll give medicines to us in time so that we are healthy and back again. So when Yamini fell ill, her uncle and aunt called the doctor and they gave her medicines in time, and they made sure that Yamini doesn't feel low or doesn't feel sick. They gave the medicines on time and read stories to her every night. Very good, na? Before going to sleep, if anyone tells us nice stories, then we'll happily will sleep, right? So, Yamini's aunt and uncle took very good care of Yamini. Okay? So now let us know who is Yamini's favorite person in her grandmother's house. Yamini's favorite person in her grandmother's house is her uncle Mudit. Okay, Mudit is name of her uncle. He carries a white stick when he goes out of the house. Mudit uncle is blind. Okay, he is blind. He likes to do his work on his own and doesn't like it much when someone tries to help him. He asks for help when he needs to cross the road. Okay, so Yamini's favorite person in grandmother's house is Mudit uncle. He carries a white stick and he is blind. Blind means he can't see, but he wants to do his work on his own. He likes to do his work on his own. He doesn't like when someone tries to help him. Only when he crosses the road, then only he'll take help of people. Right? So, like Mudit uncle, there may be someone in the family who is unable to walk, speak, or hear. They are disabled. So, people who cannot walk or speak or see, they are called disabled. We must be kind and caring towards them. Okay, we have to be very kind, find out what we can do for them because they can't do their daily activities. They need our help. You have to first of all find out if they want anything or any kind of help, then you can uh, take care of them. Right, students? And now let us answer this practice questions. I'll read out and you be ready with your pencil. And which of these should we do to take care of sick people? Okay, if someone is sick, what are the things that you should do and you should not do? You are going to tick the things which you can do to take care of the sick people. Okay, all that you have to do is tick the right statements, correct ones. A sentence, bring things for them from the market. Okay, if someone is sick, is it okay if you bring things from the market? Yes, we can find out if they want anything and you can bring. So put a tick to A. In the bracket you put a tick for A sentence. Good. Now B, give them medicines and food. Okay, if someone is sick, will you give them medicines and food? Yes, you have to find out, can I give you the medicines? Okay, you have to find out what are the right medicines and give them on time. And you can just give them their food, what they want to eat or what they like to eat. Right? So A1 and B1 you can put a tick to this. And C1, play loud music near them. Imagine children, if someone is sick, will you play very loud music near them? How will they feel? Okay, they'll feel uncomfortable and it will be a big trouble for them. Okay, they can't rest or they can't talk to you because of the loud music. So we should not play loud music. So, okay, A and B you can give a tick and you can either leave the C1 or you can just put a cross to it. Right, students, let's move forward to the second question. Why should we be kind and caring towards someone who cannot see? Are there people who cannot see? Yes, there are people who cannot see, children. Like, can you imagine yourself if someone closes your eyes for a while? Do you think you'll be comfortable or uncomfortable? Yes, you will be uncomfortable because you can't see anything. Only when we look at everything, then only we can understand what's happening around us. But people who cannot see, how hard it would be for them. Do you think they can walk fast or do their everyday activities like us, like all of us? No. So, what can we do to be kind and caring towards someone who cannot see? Okay, students, what is your answer? Okay, I'll tell you. We can find out from them if they need any help and we have to extend our help to them. You should ask, do you need anything? Can I bring anything to you? Do you need a glass of water or shall I do anything for you? You have to find out and do that thing. And you have to be polite and speak very nice words to them. Then they'll feel happy, right? So we can be kind and caring. Okay, now let's move forward to the third question, children. Write 2 problems that people may have in their old age. Yes, we have seen elderly people struggling to walk properly or to speak properly. They can't hear properly, right? So 2 problems you have to write about people who are in their old age. You can write that people who are in their old age may not walk properly or see properly or hear properly. They need the care of their family members and others. Okay, you can write this like this. Now let's move forward. Okay, there are some things. If you are sick, what will be hard for you? If you are sick, what will be hard for you? For me, if I am sick, being at one place or not able to do my routine activities, everyday activities, that will be a problem. And I'll lose my appetite. I won't feel like eating anything. That will be also very hard. We feel very weak. So you can write that. So imagine there is a sick person, an elderly person, and someone who cannot speak or see in the family. Okay, and discuss with your partner and think of one problem each of them will have. One of you can note them down. Okay, for this question, students, you can in your notebook, okay, social science classwork, you open it and you draw a table with 3 columns in it. So on the top of every column you write this heading: sick person, elderly person, and blind person. Okay, so what is their problem? What are their problems that you have to write? Okay, if a person is sick, what are the problems? Number 1, they feel weak. Number 2, no appetite, they won't feel hungry. Or third one, they feel lonely, they feel as if they have no friends, no one is coming to them. So weak, being weak, or being lonely, unable to do their activities, daily activities, that you can write for sick person. Elderly person, okay, under the column, in the column of an elderly person, what can you write? Elderly people, they cannot walk properly, see properly, or hear properly. They also feel lonely. Okay, so 4 things you can write. Then people who are cannot speak or see, you can write it the heading as disabled. Instead of blind, you can write as disabled. Okay, how they feel lonely, or they feel helpless, lonely. Okay, so that you can write in the 3 columns. So this is your assignment, students. You make a table with 3 columns in it. For every column the heading should be: 1, sick person; 2, an elderly person; 3, disabled person. And you please write down any 2 or 3 problems which these people face. Okay, leave a line after every small answer which you write. Okay, so let's move. Sick person and an old person, so how they feel, what are their problems? If a person is sick, he will be in bed. No one likes to be in bed all the day and night. So sick person will be in bed, they feel lonely, need help with food and medicines. Someone has to cook and bring the food to them and give the medicines in time. Okay, and what about an old person? He may find it hard to move around, may not hear or see properly. They may feel lonely. So now, someone who cannot see. If there is someone who cannot see, what are their problems? Will be unable to move around easily, will be unable to read. We have to read out for them. We have to help them in moving properly, and we have to find out, we have to take their permission. Okay, if they are ready to take our help or not. Someone who cannot speak, what is their problem? Will find it hard to say what they need. If they want anything, they want to tell you, but you can't understand, so they feel it very hard to explain. Okay, right, students. And the assignment which I gave you, like you have to make 3 columns and 3 or 4 columns, it depends. Okay, how you want to write it. So this information will help you to fill up that table. And now for the worksheet, children, all of you open your workbook. Come on, open your workbook and put today's date. Okay, workbook 1.4. Okay, 1.4, caring for others. Write one thing we should do for each of them. One has been done for you. Okay, they gave 3 situations. One situation is already answered. Okay, a neighbor suffering from high fever. If a neighbor is suffering from high fever, what can you do for them? Okay, if a neighbor is suffering, we can call the doctor. We can just take our mobile phone and we can take the phone number of a doctor and call him and tell him that so and so person in this address is sick, please come down to treat him. Or you can just be with the doctor and take the prescription and arrange the things further. Okay, you can do that, children. Now an old lady who stays alone, this is another situation. If an old lady is staying alone, how can you help her? Okay, you can visit her and find out what she wants or what are her needs, and as far as possible you can help her out. Okay, You can talk, say nice words to her so that in order to make her happy. You can help her with her daily routine activities, her activities. Okay. Now you can find out if she wants anything from the market or if she wants any medicines or fruit. C1, a classmate who cannot walk properly. If there is a classmate of yours in your fourth class and they cannot walk properly, will you make fun of them or will you be kind and caring and help them? Just imagine if we were like that and people made fun of us, do we like it? We feel very very bad and sad. So that is the reason we have to be empathetic, right? We have to imagine what is their problem, how they might be feeling. So you can make friends with the classmate. You can tell her or him that you will be always there, and she or he can ask anything uh, to you, and you can find out what they want. Okay, you can help them to walk properly. Okay, and that is the first question and answer. Second question, Anwar's brother is blind. Blind means cannot see, right? Do you think he needs help from his family? Give reasons. Anwar's brother is blind. Okay, and yes, he needs help from his family. His family members should help him and find out what he wants, and they can offer it to him. They can be nice to him by speaking good words or spending time with him, and can help him in his daily activities. Right, students, that's the answer. And third question, suggest two ways in which Anwar's family can help Anwar's brother. Okay. Okay, the second question was, let us once again read the second question. All of you read the second question. Anwar's brother is blind. Do you think he needs help from his family? The answer is yes. Anwar's brother needs help from his family because he can't see things around him, and he might not be able to do his daily activities. So that is the answer for the second question, students. Now let's move forward to the third question. Suggest two ways in which Anwar's family can help Anwar's brother. So point number one, Anwar's family members can keep things ready for him so that he finds them easily. Then they can talk to Anwar's brother and find out whether he wants anything, and they can offer it to him. Okay, students, write the answers neatly. Begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop. These are the golden rules. Practice good handwriting. So, that's all for today, students. Thank you for listening. Keep reading your lessons. Reading practice is a must. We'll also be having reading tests. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.